The forex market is worth more than $7 trillion. But before I go into the forex, I like talking about the history of money. The history of money. How did we get to this system of exchange? Why do we trade? What gave birth to digital currencies like cryptocurrencies and the rest? Remember, we promised you that we're going to start from the basics. The basic. The basics. We're going to start from the basics. Everything you have to know about trading. Now, that moves to the systems of money or the different types of exchange system. Now, when you are growing up or when we are coming up, they told you that humans, as a means of exchange, started with a system known as the trade by barter system. Humans, as a means of exchange, started with what is known as the trade by barter system. Now, what is this trade by barter system? I give you what I have to get what I want. I give you what I have to get what I want. Let's say I'm from a place, or I come from a place where we do more of production of local product. We do let's say cassava flakes, which is gari. Then as a result of that, I won't continue to eat gari forever. We need other things like protein, like fish and the rest. So I have to go to people that have fish. I give them my bag of gari to get my bag of protein. But over time, this trade by barter system had a problem. This trade by barter system had a problem, or we can also say it had a loophole. What was the problem of this trade by barter system? The trade by barter system had a problem of quantification. How do I quantify this bag of garri that I'm exchanging for bag of fish? So the trade by barter system over time had a problem. So humans moved from the trade by barter system to the gold system. You can see after a trade by barter system, as a result of the quantification problem, humans moved to the gold system. So what is this gold system? This gold system is a system where they use precious metals like gold, silver as a means of exchange. You remember in the Bible, they say, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give to God what belongs to Caesar. Give to God what belongs to God. So then, during the time of kings and queens, during the monarch system, they were using the gold, the precious metals, as a means of exchange. But over time, we went from that gold system to a system known as fiat system. Please, who can tell me what fiat is? F-I-A-T. If you have anything, or any question or what fiat is. Who knows what fiat is? F-I-A-T. The fiat. Who knows what fiat is? F-I-A-T. I can see some persons are having internet connection issues. But who knows what fiat is? F-I-A-T. Fiat. Fiat, F-I-A-T. Now, the fiat, I know, even though you don't know, that's why we are here. I'm going to talk more about it. The FIAT system or the fiat is the normal money you use. Your normal nairas and dollars you use is known as the fiat system. The normal naira and dollar you use is known as fiat. The normal naira and dollar you use is known as fiat. Now, why I like talking about trading, when I meet some persons, okay, I use myself as a testimony, as an example. Recently, before I started this class, I just came back from where I traveled to. From River State here, I traveled to Anambra. I went to Anambra for a summit, a financial summit. And before coming back, I didn't spend much time in Anambra. I didn't spend a long time in Anambra. I just stayed for some time. And before coming back, I had a lot of requests to learn about finance and a lot of requests to learn about money. So the benefit of learning all these things is that for you to know how money works, Forex alone is encompassing. It's not just you going to the chart to look at the chart. I will teach you how to look at the chart, how to make money, how to analyze and make money. But why people lose money from trading, or why people lose money from the market is lack of adequate knowledge. You see somebody, because he has like $7,000, or he has like $8,000, or he has like $10,000. He use it, he funds accounts, funds with a particular broker without knowing how to trade profitably. So humans move from the fiat system. So fiat is the normal money we use, normal naira and dollar we use. So do you think the normal naira and dollar we use have any issues? Do you think the normal naira and dollar we use, or we use in buying and selling, do you think it has any problem? If you think it has any problem, you can let us know. Okay, Mr. Obong Sunday, are you there? Mr. Obong Sunday.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you think the normal naira and dollar has any problem?
Not really. I don't think.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I will tell you that the normal naira and dollars has problem. Now it's for the benefit of everybody. Even though you don't get it, that's why we are here to learn. You can mute yourself, sir. Mr. Obong, you can mute yourself, sir. So the normal naira and dollars we use have an issue. Now, some of us, probably your dad or your somebody related to you, used to be a school teacher then. School teachers, let's say 20 years ago, or let's say 15 years ago, or let's say 17 years ago, used to be celebrated. What do I mean? Let's say you're a school teacher and the government, Nigerian government, is paying you a particular amount of money. Let's say they pay you something like 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 naira monthly. Then, as at that particular time, if they give you 100,000 naira, you can buy at least, you can even buy like 3 bags of rice, no matter how big you people are in the family. You buy rice, you can buy a lot of, in fact, you will not lack money. You will not lack money. And you still send your children to school. You will do a whole lot of things with that 100,000 naira. Buy rice, buy this, do this, take your children to school, buy this, buy that. But Mr. Obongsa, do you think you can still use that 100,000 naira as of then to do the same thing as of today?
Not at all.
Not at all. You can now see that the fiat system, or the physical money we have, has a problem. And what is the problem of this physical money we have? The problem of inflation. And that is what has affected naira. That is what has affected the physical money we use right from time up to this date. A problem of inflation. Probably then you can get a bag of rice for like 7,000, 5,000, but you dare not do that now. Because of what? Inflation. Our purchasing power is busy dropping daily. Purchasing power dropping daily. Every day dropping because of what? Inflation in the market. And who are the people that causes this inflation? The government. They are the people that causes this inflation. They are the people that causes the value of our currency to increase, or the value of our currency to depreciate. That is why you see somebody that does carries, what do they call them? All these people that works with architects and the rest to build houses. They suffer, carry sand, carry this, suffer and suffer. At the end of the day, that peanut they pay them is nothing to write home about. They are not able to feed, not to even talk about helping their family. That is because the problem is not even because of the work they are doing. It's because they don't understand how money works. Somebody who had 1 million naira in bank as of 2010. Okay, let me ask this question like this, for we to understand better. If I have 700, let's say if I have 700,000 naira in the bank 2010, and I have 1 million naira 2023. Who is richer? Is it 2010 or 2023 is richer? Remember, 700,000 naira in the bank 2010. And 2023, I'm having 1 million naira. Who is richer?
2023.
You call your couple.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Peter has helped us. He said 2023. Is there still any other answer? Is there still any other answer? Yes. Remember, 2010, I had 700,000. 2023, I have 1 million naira. Who is richer? Okay. Now, know that by the amount of money, 2023 is richer than 2010, who has 700,000. But what if I told you that 700,000 naira 2010 is worth more than 1 million naira 2023? Yes. I know it will be like, how? 700,000 naira 2010 is worth more than 1 million naira 2023. How? As of 2010, a dollar was less than 100 naira. And 2023, a dollar right now is close to 1,000 naira. In fact, 700,000 naira as of 2010 is like 8 times bigger than 1 million. If it's not 8 times, like 7 times bigger than 1 million naira of today. Because of what? As of 2010, you can even buy a bag of rice 6,000 naira. You can even buy a bag of rice for 5,000. At 2010, you can send with your 50,000 naira salary, you can send that your child or that your son to a university. As of 2010, with that your small money, you can start up a house. But with 1 million naira, some places right now, you can't start up a house. So you can see where the government is cheating us. The government, they cheat us by devaluing the money. That's why you save money in the bank, save. When you want to use it, it's as if the money is worth nothing. You are not the cause, it's the government that regulates it. I'm not even the cause, it's the government that regulates it. And this one, people are crying that dollar is very high. That is the cause. That is one of the reasons things are going higher. This one is just good money. It will still happen. It will still go higher. You saw what happened in courts. For those of us in Nigeria, you can see what is happening in the country and the rest. I'm not a party, I'm not a support of any party or whatever, but the judicial system and the system of the country is not, it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing to write home about. So this one, we are even crying that dollar to naira is 900 and something. It's close to 1,000. This one is good money. It will even get higher. It will even get higher. And the funny part of it is this. The more dollar goes high, the more the value of the things goes higher. And the problem now is, the more the things you buy go higher, what happens to your salary? Now, dollar moved from 500 during Goodluck's regime, it moved from 200. Buhari entered, it moved to 700, 800. Right now, it's close to 1,000. Now, and that is how the value of things are going higher. So what has happened to your salary? Has your salary increased by even 10%? Has your salary increased by 20%? So who is suffering this? That's the question. Who is suffering this? The government, they are not doing anything. They are busy enjoying themselves because they are the one causing all this devaluation of our naira. Salary the same, but prices of things are going higher. So what is it that we're going to do, or what are we going to do to survive these trying times? What are we going to do to survive these trying times? What are we going to do to survive? Since things are going higher, prices naira going down, but prices of things are going up, and your salary remains the same. That is why Forex is here. I'm not trying to boost. This period that people are crying, this is the time I'm making the highest. I'm making money, much more, because I earn in dollars. I make money in dollars. My money comes in dollars. I don't 90% of my money, if not 90-something%, comes in dollars. 90% of my money comes in dollars. I earn money in dollars. So this is the time I make more money. In fact, Why people are praying for casting down? Oh, Naira should appreciate. Me, sir, I'm even praying for dollar to appreciate. But I can't pray. I can't make that prayer because yes, I will be enjoying, but the masses, the masses will be suffering. But the truth is, they are not getting this country. They are not trying to connect this country. They are not trying to make the country to get better. So what is it that the masses will do is to look for money to way to make in dollars. If you are making money in dollars, let's say today now, a dollar to Naira is like 900. Or let's say today, Naira to dollar is 1,000. If you have your normal dollars and dollar climbs to 2,000, 5,000, it will not affect you. You always have equivalent to buy things because things will increase. So you always have equivalent to buy whatever you want to buy. I had a client who bought dollar at the rate of 300, 400, and dollar today is close to 1,000. When he made withdrawal, he made like double of, like he used let's say he used like 5 million naira to buy a dollar, to buy dollar, 5 million naira worth of dollar. And today he withdrew at the rate of 900, 1,000. Over 10 million naira he has withdrawn. So over 5 million naira, 6 million naira profit it has made. So that is the benefit of learning Forex. Even though you don't trade physically, or even though you don't trade online, you will know how the system of money works. You know how the money entering your hand works, and you know how the money not entering your hand works. So that is why it is very, very important to learn Forex. When we tell people learn Forex, what Nigerians like is passing through Ponzi. They just like that particular company that will come up, tell people, bring your money, let's double it for us. And that's why it's selling in Nigeria. When people will come on Facebook, on Instagram, on different social media, bring your money, invest, and in 30 minutes, we'll give you double of it. People fall prey to all those things. But after this class, you will not fall prey to that. So as a result of the flaws of the fiat or the money we use because of the inflation, the increase and the devaluation of our currency, that was what gave birth to virtual or digital asset. I like this class so much. I appreciate all those of us participating. We are answering very, very well. The class, we are answering very, very well in the class. And at the end of the day, even though you don't know or you have a clue, just say it. Don't be shy, just say it. When you ask questions and you don't get anything, that is one of the ways to learn more. So we have the other group of persons known as the virtual or the digital asset. Remember, we started with the trade by barter system up to the gold system. From the gold system, we move to the fiat system. From the fiat system, we move to the virtual or the digital asset. So who can help me? What do you think is the virtual or the digital asset? What do you think is the virtual or the digital asset? Just anything you think. It's not, it won't be wrong. Anything you think. What do you think is the virtual or the digital asset?
Cryptocurrency.
Okay, our very own Mr. Peter Anne has given us an answer. He said the answer is the cryptocurrencies. 100. Your answer is 100. You got it 100%. So the virtual or the digital currency has to do with the cryptocurrencies. Now, the truth is, when you talk about cryptocurrency, some people still see it as a fraud. Even up to this modern age, they still see it as a fraud. Even up to this modern age, people see cryptocurrency as a fraud. We don't blame anybody. It's because of the lack of adequate knowledge. The cryptocurrencies came in as a result of the flaws of the fiat. That was what gave birth to the virtual or digital assets. So the difference between these cryptocurrencies and the fiat is that the cryptocurrency cannot be regulated, while the fiat can be regulated. The cryptocurrencies cannot be regulated, while the fiat can be regulated. So that was what gave birth to virtual or digital assets. Now, these cryptocurrencies works based on the law of demand and supply. The government does not regulate it. These cryptocurrencies work based on the laws and the rules of demand and supply. The government does not regulate it. So it's very unfortunate that up to this time, so many persons see cryptocurrencies as something that is regulated by the government. No, the cryptocurrency is not regulated by the government. Rather, it works based on the laws of the demand and supply. So with this right now, you can now see the history of money. And you can now see where we are headed to. You can see humans started with the trade by barter system. I'm not going to rush nobody. The most important thing is for everybody to understand. Whether this chart, some of us will be like, oh, I've not seen the chart before. I don't know what chart is. I've been trading. I will teach you chart. But understand, you can see humans move from the trade by barter system to the gold system, from the gold system to the fiat system, from the fiat system to the virtual or the digital asset in the Forex market. So the digital asset or the cryptocurrencies, you can also see it as the future money. Yes, you can see the future money, the digital asset or the virtual money as the future money. So all these things, we're going to treat them in this class. All these things, we're going to treat them in this class. Right now, so let's move over to the next thing. Now, types of exchange system. Today, I'm going to introduce us to the things we trade in the Forex market. I must make sure I introduce it to us today. But first of all, we'll move over to the types of exchange system. Types of exchange system. Now, we have two types of exchange systems that has been in existence. We have the fixed exchange system and we have the floating exchange system. We have the fixed exchange system and we have the floating exchange system. I come again. We have the fixed exchange system and we have the floating exchange system. Now, what is this fixed exchange system? Now, some of us, you sleep, you wake up, they tell us, or they tell you Naira to dollar is 800. You sleep again, you wake up, they tell you Naira to dollar is 1,000. You sleep again, you wake up, they tell you Naira to dollar is 700. Now, let me tell you the truth. There was a time in the world where it wasn't like that. And that time is during the time of the fixed exchange system. That time, the value of the currency is determined by the central bank governor or the head of state at that particular time. Just the way we have our president here in Nigeria, the president of the country will just come out telling everybody Naira to dollar should just be 200 and they shouldn't exceed that. And it will stand. That was when we are operating in the fixed exchange system. But right now, even the president lacks the power. Even the president lacks the power to determine the value of the currency of a country. Rather, what determines the value of the currency of a country is demand and supply. Import and export, GDP, how investors perceive your currency and the economy. And that is why Naira is depreciating daily. One of the things that boasts value, one of the things that give value to currency, what is it? Import and export. What are the things we export from? We do more of importation than exportation. The only major thing we export in this country is crude. And we export the crude at its raw form. We export crude. But every other thing is being imported, hand to speak, in this country. How will our GDP be boosted? GDP very low. Insecurity has a way to tell investors how the country is doing, whether the country is doing fine or not. Security. If you're an investor, let's say, let me take, for instance, I can see Mr. Ndubisi in this class. Let me take, for instance, Mr. Ndubisi is an investor, and he's not from Nigeria. He's from another part of the country. And he's looking for any country he wishes to invest. And coming to Nigeria, he likes Nigeria, he likes the name. But looking at the insecurity level of the country, Nigeria, Would he like to invest? Would you like to invest in a country like Nigeria, sir? Mr. Ndubisi, sir, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself.
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Would you like to invest in a country, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, with this insecurity level, high insecurity level?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can go ahead and mute yourself, sir. So you can see nobody would like to invest in Nigeria, especially the northern part of Nigeria, with this high insecurity level. Nobody would like to invest with this high insecurity level. So it also has a way of passing information. Rule of law. If the judicial system of any country, is not strong, where there is fraud in the judicial system, investors are afraid to invest in that country. Investors are afraid to invest in any country that the judicial system is weak, where you can easily go bribe the judges, bribe anybody. Investors are afraid. You cannot see why our country and our currency is depreciating on a daily basis. So after today now, you'll be able to see somebody down and tell the person, see, let me broke it, let me bring it down to Nigeria. See why our currency they depreciate. Now, like this, we make our currency they depreciate. You cannot sit down, see somebody down and tell the person, this is why our currency is depreciating. It's not dependent on the president. We are in your system on your own. If a country is doing well, you will see the impact on the currency. And if a country is not doing well, you will see the impact on the currency too. That is why dollar today is very strong. Dollar controls 30-something% of the global economy. 30-something%. You can see Naira depreciating. The government busy causing inflation. The last administration printed over 23 trillion naira without accounting for it. And for a country to print 23 trillion of that currency is leading to inflation. And that printing alone was one of the things that made Naira to depreciate from 250 to $1 to 500, 600, 700 Naira because of that printing by the central bank governors and the rest, at the detriment of the masses. So you can now see why Forex is very, very good. So we're now falling. Knowing this, now I've established the fact that Forex has been there. It didn't start today. Forex has been there. We've been trading Forex and trading Forex and trading Forex. Now, before now, Forex was exclusively for the big boys. Before now, Forex was exclusively for the big boys. What do I mean by big boys? You have to have at least $50 million to trade the Forex market. You have to have at least $50 million to trade the Forex market before now. So tell me, if that rule is still there, will you be able to trade Forex? No. Yes, personally, I've made money from Forex. I've made a whole lot of money from Forex, but I've not made up to $50 million. $50 million is more than is billions of naira. Billions. We are not talking about 1 billion. We are not talking about 2 billion. We're not talking about 3 billion. We are not talking about 4 billion. Billions of naira. We're not talking about 5 billion. We're not talking about 10 billion. With the level of money I've made in Forex, I've not made up to $50 million, which is about billions of naira. So if you're a trader and that rule is still there, are you going to be allowed to trade Forex? No. Maybe by now I wouldn't be trading Forex. For the past 8 years, I've been trading Forex. So Forex has been there, but it was exclusively for the big boys. You must have at least $50 million to trade the Forex market. So who are the big boys in the markets? The banks, both commercial and central banks. That your 10 million naira in the bank, that your 20 million naira in the bank, that your 50 million naira in the bank is not seated somewhere. It's not seated somewhere. It's not like that. So it's not just somewhere like that. That your 50 million naira in the bank account in any commercial bank is not somewhere. In fact, the alert you receive when you put money in the bank, that credit alert you receive shows that the bank is trying to tell you, we are indebted to you by 10 million. We are indebted to you by 15 million. We are indebted to you by 20 million. We are indebted to you by this. Now, those money, all the money you put in the bank, they push it into the global market to make more money. So you can now see that over time, the banks have been using our money to make more money. But at the end of the day, they liaise with the government, they won't even pay you a reasonable percentage. So they trade with your money, making much more money in the forex market than paying the investors or paying the people putting money in the bank peanuts. At the end of the day, they charge you for ATM maintenance. So that is what they do. And that is why forex knowledge is very rare to get, because they know that by the time the masses have the forex knowledge, most of them will not be able to put money in the bank. Most of them will be like, since not the same business where banks they do, not the same business where I want they do too, and make more money. Personally, I don't use commercial banks like that. I know what to do with money. So you can see forex will help you to know what to do with money. Because what the banks are doing with your money, that's what you are coming to learn now. That is why I'm starting from the basics to learn. So we've been using $50 million to trade the forex market. Then at the end of the day, you and I now cannot trade forex. How come you and I cannot trade the forex market? Since the minimum to trade forex market at that particular time is $50 million. Does anybody have any idea? If you don't have any idea, no problem. I'm going to explain. How come you and I cannot trade forex with that particular amount of money you have? How come you and I cannot trade forex market with that particular amount of money you have? Now, I believe we'll be hearing about the word brokers. If you've been in the online space or in the forex space, you've heard things like Hot Forex, OctaFX, FSTM. Has anybody heard about OctaFX? Please, if you have heard about OctaFX, let me know. Has anybody heard about OctaFX?
Sure.
Yes, we have heard about five.
All right, thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
FBS.
FBS, exactly. Thank you very much. SNES, exactly.
For AC.
Yes. So all these things, they are brokers with them now, because we cannot access the forex market on our own. So with the help of these people now, we can now access the forex market. We cannot trade. That is their own place in the market. So at the end of today's class, we should be able to know that the place of these brokers in our lives as traders is that they give us access to trade the forex market. That's their place in our life. Not that they trade for us, no. SNES will not trade for us. OctaFX will not trade for us. FBS will not trade for us. Hot Forex will not trade for us. Just that they give us access to trade the forex market. They cannot trade for us. So because the minimum is $50 million, they help us by giving us what is called leverage. By giving us leverage in the forex market. That leverage will help that your small amount you are trading with to look bigger in the forex market. That leverage will help that your small amount, no matter whether you're trading with $1,000, whether you're trading with $3,000, whether you're trading with $5,000, it will help that your amount of money to look bigger in the forex market. Now, for today, let's move over to the things we trade in the forex market. Things we trade in the forex market. Things we trade in the forex market. What are those things? You've been hearing about forex, but I don't really know the things we trade. What are those things we trade in the market? So we move over to the things we trade in the forex market. But before that, go to your group chat. Go to the main chat. A link has been sent for that. Go to the group chat for that particular link. Join with the link in the group chat right now. All right, let's go. Go back to the group chat.